All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. This is episode number 75. And I don't know, what is 75?
75.
Is that silver, gold, platinum? I don't know. I know, like, you know,
Good question.
good question.
Not really
75,
sure.
maybe I'll just slap a sticker on it.
Cat Portugal uses gold for the 75.
Okay, then this is our golden episode. Hey, good morning, guys. MJ, Sal. How's it going?
Doing good.
Hello, good morning.
Good. MJ, you already hit up a car show this morning, huh?
I did. I hit a car show this morning, just not too far from my home here, 10 minutes away at the Elder Brock facility there in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Probably about 100, 150 cars over, well, about 100 cars, I guess. Maybe
Nice,
a little.
nice,
It's pretty
nice.
nice. Saw some folks I knew with their hot rods over there, so it was a good time.
Ah, very cool. How's your morning going, Sal?
It's good. I just woke up.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I woke up about 8 o'clock local time. So yeah, I stayed up late. Didn't go to bed till like 1:30 or 2, but it's all good. Just kind of working on some different stuff. But hey, let's say good morning to some of our friends that are in the chat. We'll say good morning to Cats Meow. Good morning, Cats. One of our moderators. Good to see you. Daniel from NYC. It's been a while, my friend. Good to see you. Peter Bilt. Good afternoon, my friend. And Mackenzie. Good afternoon as well. Good evening, Mark. Good to see you. Nancy, another one of our mods. Good morning, Nancy. Richard's here, son of Ham, all the way from South Africa. Good evening, my friend. And I'm sure there are others that are silently watching. And we'll be coming in and out throughout the show. We'll say good morning when they all come on in. So yeah. So hey, we got a lot of news to cover this morning.
Oof.
Yeah, it's been an interesting week, to say the least. Um, First thing is, I think the biggest news of the week has been this fellow right here, Southwest. New liveries that just came out this week celebrating 250 years of the United States. And man, that's a beautiful plane. MJ, your thoughts on this plane, this
Oh,
beautiful
man.
plane?
Southwest knocked it out of the park. I mean, somewhere on one of the Instagram posts that I kind of put my comment on there about how Southwest must have taken many months to hash this out and determine what the logo and the livery would look like versus American Airlines 5 minutes to print a label to stick on the side of their airplane. Um, it's a good looking jet.
Yeah.
I hope other airlines are doing something too other than just a little sticker, but
Yep.
it's a good looking livery and should be on there for a while. So
Yeah, it's awesome. Sal, you had the pleasure of seeing this plane in person yesterday.
they did.
Mm-hmm. Uh, um. Well, in person, it doesn't pop up as much as this picture. I think this picture they use a filter to make the colors pop up. In person, it's a little more dull. It's the colors are not as vibrant. But it's still a pretty good plane. It's still a really good plane. I think it's for me. It's up there. Um, with Lufthansa's 100 livery.
Okay. All
So
right.
that's for me though.
Yeah, definitely. I love this livery. I was planning on going up there yesterday to SFO to see it, but
Hmm.
I decided not to. I'm not regretting it though, because I know it'll come back one day, either there or San Jose, whatever. So I know I'll get my day to see it, and hopefully it doesn't take years and years and years to
I
see it.
I would say SJC.
I guess
Yep. And I mean, this is just an awesome livery, and they also cloned Freedom One with the new Liberty One. So on the left hand side, that's Liberty One. It's a Max 8, and the original Freedom One is on the right, which is an 737 800 NG. And from what I understand from MJ is that the original Freedom One, that plane should be going, its lease should be ending here in the near future.
that's some of the chatter that I was
Which,
hearing, and especially by one person on their Instagram feed who uh, either works for Southwest. They do a lot of photography for Southwest.
mhm,
So,
okay,
and I was just noticing in this picture. I don't know if y'all remember, like a couple nights ago, someone had on our little chat posted a picture of these, and I was wondering if they had put the 250 on the Freedom One, but I see that it did. I don't know why I didn't notice that before. They must have touched up the winglet and put the decal on the nose of Freedom One,
Yep.
the 250 decal.
Yep. So Southwest had these planes painted in Spokane, Washington. And I noticed in early April that Freedom One was in Spokane for like around a week and it was out of service. So this explains why Freedom One was in Spokane for about a week in early April.
There you go.
And so they
Probably
were
freshening it up.
Freshening it up. But yeah, the Liberty One is a beautiful plane. But let's get real quick to American. We were talking about their 5-minute bandage they put on it. I'm going to give you guys my opinion real quick. This is a sorry excuse for a tribute. It is. I mean, it's just as bad as United's 100-year sticker. So I want to get your opinion on this one, Sal.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna compare it to United's last minute 100th anniversary sticker. I mean, they could have done a lot better, a little bit better. They did, like they did more for the FIFA World Cup. They could have done a little better.
Yeah. MJ, I think you made it known, but you could reaffirm
it's
that.
weak. It's weak, especially for American Airlines. American Airlines could have had a little something, and it reminds me of, I don't know how many are watching that are onto the railroad scene. So in the railroads, the Canadian National, of all railroads, the Canadian National probably have the two best 250th anniversary liveries. But Union Pacific Railroad, which is like the oldest railroad in America, did the same thing. They just put a 250 sticker on underneath the window of the cab, and that was it.
Gosh.
I was like, come on, man.
Wow.
Come on, man. Oldest railroad in America, and you couldn't have come up with something, classic, but to each their own, I guess. But no, I think it's pretty weak. Like Sal said, they put more effort into their FIFA logo than they did this.
Well, that's because FIFA paid them and they had to put out of their own pocket for this. So
I mean, but
they're just being cheapskates,
Yeah,
that
makes sense.
Debbie Costa says they could have at least put some stars on there or something, So.
Something. I mean, I'm sure that somewhere along the way they had an airplane. Either they were getting a new airplane, or they were getting an airplane was going through a paint phase or something, that they could have put something popping on there.
Yeah. And I believe they also have the 250 sticker on an E175.
Yes, they did the first one that flew to the first American flight to Venezuela in years, whatever it is.
Yep. So, anyways, moving on from America and their sorry excuse for a tribute. All right, so you probably all saw the thumbnail when you came onto the broadcast, and it said episode 75. It finally happened. So, what finally happened? This finally happened after 3 years. It's not Freedom One, but it's the new Liberty One. Same thing, after 3 years, I finally saw it. I finally saw it on Wednesday, and man, what a neat looking plane. I actually took this picture at SFO on Wednesday of Liberty One, and it was just awesome finally seeing this livery in person. And matter of fact, I even took a video of it. Let's take a look at that video. Let me find my videos. Where's my videos? There it is. Let's take a look at the video I took the other day. Finally, I got this plane. Yes. and that was it. So yeah, it was pretty
Nice.
exciting. Uh, yeah, my camera work isn't all that great. It's I was actually using my high altitude camera, so I'm still getting used to that. And I would like to go out and film some high altitude stuff today, but it's cloudy here. But anyways, my friends, I finally saw it. It's not quite Freedom One, but I find it as better than Freedom One because it's a brand new Max 8. It's the same thing basically. So
I think
after three,
I think it's the same thing. I would call it the same thing.
yeah, so after 3 years,
Clone.
I finally got to see it, and it's actually headed to San Jose this evening. Um, Considered going, but so I could just see it, more close up. But nah, I'm not going to go.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Nah,
Do it.
You can never have
nah.
enough, dude. You got to do it.
Do it.
Oh man,
FOMO.
see,
You're not
yeah,
gonna have
I
fear
was,
of
I was
missing
just,
out. Like,
I was just,
what if you had gone? You
oh
know,
man,
what if?
Sal's getting to me. I'm gonna end up being like Sal, like getting FOMO.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Daniel.
All you gotta do is like drive by the In and Out. Like,
Yep.
just see it from there.
Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna want to like film it and stuff, and it's kind of hard to film right
I
now.
guess. Yeah.
But yeah, Daniel. Yeah, I will see the 1776. I will make a better effort and not wait 3 years to see that because you know who knows how long that one will be around. We don't know. But anyways, my friends, just
Yeah.
wanted to share that awesome news with you all that I got to finally see it. And moving on, some more sneak peek photos of Starlux, the Air Soriyama silver livery. Here it is in the Airbus factory in France with engines on it. And it's starting to come along and really look really
Yeah,
nice.
nice. Very nice.
I
Yeah.
I saw a video on social media. Somebody sent it to me of the silver paint. You know how it looks? It looks gray. Well,
Yeah.
from up close, it looks it has the metallic flakes,
The
kind of like car
metallic,
paint.
yeah,
Metal flakes, yeah.
yep.
Yeah, it has the metallic flakes.
Uh-huh.
So probably on a good sunny day that would really pop out.
Yeah, I was gonna say it
Yeah,
looks a little bit on the dark side. Maybe it was cloudy when this
It
photo was
looks
yeah,
taken.
cloudy
probably
there,
cloud.
overcast.
I think it's gonna be like Ita. You know how it shines really in the sun. Yeah.
Yep. Matter of fact, on Wednesday, it was at SFO. My mom was with me, and Ita came in, and my mom's like, "Oh, what pretty plane is that?" And I told her the whole story about, it's from Italy, but I told her about how on video it looks okay, but when you're in person in the sun, how much more beautiful that plane is.
Yes. Yeah,
And
yeah. In
yeah,
person, it's
oh,
like
beautiful out in the
in video
sun.
it
Yeah,
looks
it's
good,
beautiful.
but in person, like you got to see it in person. That one's an in person
Yep,
spotting thing.
yep.
Ita.
Oh,
Yeah.
real another quick update. I got pictures, but they weren't good. I also got to see the American Airlines A321 PSA retro flew in on Wednesday over there, but my
Cool.
pictures were horrible, so I didn't want to share those and embarrass
Um,
myself. But anyways, there's Air Soriyama looking great with the engines on it, and hopefully we'll get to see that plane later this year out here on the West Coast.
all right.
MJ, share with us some FedEx rumblings and stuff you've been hearing about.
Okay. First of all, I don't represent FedEx, so FedEx don't sue me. Don't take my pension check. Um, so, as we all know, the grounding of the MD-11s from the tragedy of the UPS tragedy in November. Uh, so UPS not going to bring their fleet back. They're writing them off. But FedEx is bringing their fleet back, and there have been some maintenance teams. They had 3 teams of 8 mechanics on each. They were working closely with the FAA and Boeing to get these airplanes back in the air. And currently in Memphis there are 2 aircraft, aircraft 521 Foxtrot Echo and 621 Foxtrot Echo, that have had the modifications done, the pylons reinstalled, the engines reinstalled, and they have gone through engine run testing. And the heavy rumor is that next week, um, barring any last minute complications with the FAA, and the weather's not looking that great here next week, but maybe that'll improve. There'll be some test flights, probably mid to late
Awesome.
next week or early the week after. Test flights. They already have recalled some pilots back. I wouldn't say recall; they weren't laid off. Have had pilots going, the MD-11 crews going back through the simulators to be recurrent
Okay.
and up to date, so they can start flying. And the initial routes and this is something that FedEx has posted. Their initial routes are going to be to Newark and to Miami out of Memphis.
Okay,
first
great.
couple of routes, and then these maintenance teams will go to each. Once they, I believe there's 7 MD-11s in Memphis. So they'll start working the other MD-11s here, and then some teams will go out into the field to where all the rest of the fleet. There's like 25 or 26 MD-11s that were active when the grounding happened in November, but where they were is where they're grounded. They're in Anchorage, JFK, Philadelphia. I think there's one in Miami, one in Honolulu. I'd take that road trip for sure to Honolulu. And they'll eventually, they want to have all these up and running. Hopefully by the end of the year, they might have the whole fleet. But
All right.
yeah, they've been working very close, FedEx, Boeing, and FAA hand in hand to get this, to make sure there's no mistakes, to make sure everybody is on the same page, all the engineering groups involved. And it's an important part of the FedEx fleet and their load capacity, the
Yep.
MD-11. So
All
look
right. Well, let's
look
hope
for
for the
those
best.
next week
Yeah.
or the week after.
All right. And whenever those first plane goes up, if I'm available to, I want to do a tracking show and track one of those test flights if possible.
That would be cool.
So we'll see when that happens. Yeah. So that's some good positive news.
Uh-oh. What happened to you, Mike? You
It's
sound
not
like
robotic.
you sound like a cyborg.
Oh no, it's doing it again.
Yeah, you sound like a cyborg
Oh boy.
or Charlie Brown's teacher.
Yeah, he's also like a robot.
Wah, wah,
Well,
wah,
in
wah,
the
wah, wah.
meantime, let me say hello to Guy Boeing. Guy Boeing said R. How's it
What
going,
is
Guy
that?
Boeing? Wait, no. This way. R.
What's that all about? No. What was that hat all about, Sal?
Huh?
What was that hat
It's
all
just a
about?
pirate hat
Yeah,
that I've had for a while.
yeah.
And the Guy Boeing just reminded me of that because he said arg.
Let's go to our
Perfect.
last news story real quick. That's self-explanatory. Some sad news. If you guys want to comment on that, switch mics.
You sound really bad, dude.
Yeah, it's just so Spirit unfortunately ceased operations late last night, early this morning, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
So their planes are grounded all over. Um, I don't know how they're going to work that, getting them out of there, what they're going to do.
Yeah. That's sad. I was driving home from San Francisco, and I heard that it was for sure that they were shutting down, and it was sad. As soon as I got home, I went to track any Spirit planes, and they were gone from the sky.
Yep, there's
So
no active flights. I think on your
the,
stream yesterday when I looked, there were like 41 active flights,
yeah,
and
yes,
wherever they parked is where they parked. I don't know how that works with they got all those crews spread out, and all these
hmm
people are just out of work. All these
yeah,
passengers that had plans are just toast. There's no customer service number to call, and there's nobody there to talk to.
hmm
Um, yeah, it's a bad deal.
I,
I
I
saw. Go ahead.
I wonder if they're gonna hire or Spirit itself going to like ferry the planes from like the airports that they're stuck on, or they're gonna hire somebody else to do it, or how would they do something like that?
I would think that like those that were leased
Yeah.
becomes the issue of the leaser. Kind of like who's that guy that's
Oh.
on Instagram? You see him all the time going and picking up airplanes all over the world. Do you
Okay.
know?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I can't remember his name, but people like that
Um.
there would be crews that would go. I don't necessarily think it would be Spirit employees.
Uh-huh.
It'd be a little, I'd be a little like, screw you, just fired me. Why am I
Like
going
a
to move these
repo crew.
airplanes around? Yeah, like a repo crew, kind of like that would
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
And I
That makes
saw a
sense.
posting earlier that JetBlue is already, because Fort Lauderdale was a hub for Spirit and kind of a hub for JetBlue for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
But Fort Lauderdale's already added. I mean, Fort Lauderdale. JetBlue has already added many flights at Fort Lauderdale, picking up the route coverage that Spirit had.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure like if anybody benefits from there, like yeah, like you said, it would be JetBlue because they 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 were in the same terminal. Like their gates used to be
yeah,
next to each other.
yeah,
So
that whole half that terminal's got to be deserted right now. So I mean, there's unfortunately an opportunity for somebody to come in there, but
yeah.
yeah, we'll have to see where these planes go, where they wind up. They have Spirit has a lot of planes parked in Marana in
Uh huh.
Arizona that they have been, they'd already been reducing the size of their fleet. And
Correct.
then I think I posted on your show yesterday. There was two that I tracked that went in there. They don't have any. I hadn't noticed that they
Hmm.
had put any airplanes in Victorville, but that could always change. And then
Yeah,
again,
that's what I was
look,
wondering because I did see a video of like Spirit planes, but I wasn't sure if it was Victorville or if it was in Arizona. So
I think it was Arizona. I think it was Marana,
yeah,
Penal Airport.
Yep.
nice.
Can you guys hear me
Well,
now?
yeah, we hear you.
Is that better?
Yeah.
That's much better.
All right. Um, Speaking of JetBlue, they have offered for the next 5 days, if you're a displaced Spirit customer, if you give them proof of your of a one-way flight to your next destination, they'll fly you to that destination for $99, no matter where it is in the JetBlue network.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
only
I
valid for 5 days, so that's kind of cool.
I heard American was doing the same for those passengers, at least for the the next few days.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah, because it'd have been one thing if you were on the last Spirit flight and you were on your way home. Okay, well, we're home. But if you were on the beginning of your
Yeah.
vacation and now like, well, how the hell am I getting home?
yeah. If
Yeah.
you had to
How you
fly
gonna get
home.
home?
So let's say you're stuck in New York and you got to fly back to, say, Fort Lauderdale,
Yeah.
and you're supposed to fly back, say, tomorrow. Uh, Show JetBlue, give them your proof, and they'll let you fly $99 per person.
Wow.
So
Space available.
Pretty good.
space space available, of course. Yeah. So, anyways, this is a sad day in aviation, for Spirit and stuff.
Yeah.
But I
I
just hope that all the displaced employees can land on their feet somewhere, and won't be too long until they can get back on their feet with some employment. Yep. So,
Well,
all
yeah,
right. Well,
there's
what
a
a
lot of
bummer.
folks out of work.
Yep. All right. So, MJ, you went to the Wings Over Meridian Air Show recently,
I did.
and yeah, you did. You said you had a great time. It was easy getting in and out. The lines were not too bad, and you got right in the gates to get in, and
Yeah, there was some issues. They hadn't had an air show there in quite some time, and the yeah, they were not organized for all the people that were showing up for that. And normally I like to get an air show first thing in the morning. Usually most of the time the gates open at 9, so I can get in there and take a bunch of static pictures before there's a whole lot of people in there, and then get set up for the actual air show. Well, I was in line in the car line at like 8:15, and I finally hit the ramp at noon, just as the air show was starting. So that was
geez,
yeah, that was
wow,
bad news. It was just I've been to bigger air shows. I've just never been to one that was just that disorganized. I understand the next day they got it together a little bit better, but yeah, there was a lot of people upset. And a lot of people wound up just not going. They turned away because they couldn't get in. They couldn't get
wow,
in. The show had already started, so a lot of them just left.
what a
um
bummer.
that happened in Vegas at the oh my god, Aviation Nation Air Show. The first day, it was chaos. Everything was delayed. People were not in the air show. That was last year when they had it. So, but anyhow, it happened in Vegas the first day. The second day, it was a little better coordinated. But yeah, it happens.
That
Yep,
happens.
yeah. Well, let's get into the photos. I've already had a sneak peek, and man, everybody's going to want to see these. So let us know what we're seeing here first.
Okay, so what we got here is an F-35. That's the Marine Corps, United States Marine Corps F-35 doing its thing. This was going on just as I walked in through the gate, so I wasn't as close to the line as I wanted to be here. But it's a
Mhm.
pretty impressive jet. And actually, I met some of the ground crew guys for this jet when they were staying at the same hotel I was staying at in Meridian. Not that there was a lot of choices in Meridian, Mississippi. And these guys here, they're out of Marine Corps Air Station Beaufort, South Carolina, and they are known as the Warlords.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and This is basically the aircraft that um, replaces the. My dog is going crazy. Uh, this is what replaced the Harrier jet in the Marine Corps fleet. There's only one active Harrier squadron left in the Marine Corps, and all the rest have changed to the F-35 Lightning.
Oh, wow. All right. Ooh, what's this classic here?
Well, it's not what you think it is. It is painted up to look like a Nakajima Kate from World War II for Japan, but it's actually a North American Texan aircraft that was painted this way, and it's been this way for many, many years because this particular aircraft was also used, for those that remember way back, the movie Tora 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 from 1970. This was one of the aircraft used in that movie,
Oh wow.
and it still
Wow.
flying. It's in good shape, and it was seen here. Yeah, it was just static display. It didn't do any performances. I have seen some of these if they've done the performance in the past, but this one was not part of that on this day. But yeah,
Wow.
it's a good looking airplane, and they've kept it well up for being, good God, what, 80 something year old aircraft.
Wow. Yeah, it looks great. We have a question from Ed Zachary here. I don't know if you're able to answer this one, MJ. Are Harrier pilots also trained on the F-35?
They would transition to the F-35. Yes, they would get whatever training they needed to transition to fly the F-35.
All right. All right. Thanks for the question, Ed. And thank you for the answer, MJ. All
Yeah,
right.
here's a classic here, right? Your classic Stearman, your Boeing Stearman aircraft. Um, excuse me. This one here was built, delivered to the Navy in 1943 as a training aircraft. They weren't they weren't flying into the Japanese theater with this, but this one here was also on static display. I love these radial engines and the wooden propeller on there. The bi-wing. These are awesome airplanes. There's quite a few of these still flying around today that people have either personally or flying in air shows. And this one here in particular belongs with the Commemorative Air Force. And something I didn't realize, I guess the Commemorative Air Force is just a big group, right? But they have different chapters, I suppose. And this particular airplane is based out of New Orleans, and it's called the New Orleans Lady.
Okay. Wow.
And it's part of the Commemorative Air Force Big Easy Wing,
Ooh,
with
Big
the
Easy.
Big Easy for the New Orleans.
I think
But
I'm going to take that on as my new nickname. The
Big
big.
Easy,
No,
there you
that
go.
that can entail other things. But anyways, keep going.
But yeah, I love these Stearman. These are the classic. One day I have to get a flight in one of these. These are pretty awesome.
Now that propeller, that's a wood propeller, wooden
That's a
propeller.
wooden propeller, yes, sir. That's a wooden
Yeah,
propeller.
I
That's
could tell by seeing the grain in the
you
wood.
got the grain to it, and you've got like a metal tip, leading edge, like on the leading edge to help prevent from any nicking and all that on the prop on the prop.
Yeah,
But yeah, those are
Wow.
awesome.
Does
that's
this plane
awesome.
still fly?
Oh yeah, yeah, it flew in, it fly out, yeah, it flew in there, it still
Wow.
flies. Yeah,
That's
there's
crazy.
many of these Stearmen still out there flying around.
That
There are
is
many you
awesome.
see in air shows, and the matter of fact, I don't know if the guy still. When I used to live up in Millington, Tennessee, there was a guy there. He had one at the local airport. He flew quite often. I don't know. He was an older gentleman, so I'm not sure if he's still with us or the plane's still there or not. But he flew it just about every weekend. You'd see that thing flying around Millington.
Wow, very cool. Very cool.
All right, now we got the Air Force going on here, right? So the Air Force brings out their. This is the F-22 Raptor, and you can see here we got a little afterburner kicking in there,
Oh
and
yeah,
then the weapons bay doors that open that are incredibly fast, like seconds open and close to launch a weapon and to reduce their chance of being detected, messing up their stealth profile when the doors open up.
hmm
But these are for in the Air Force, and again they're pretty impressive jets that move and can turn on a dime. It seems like you can almost like flip this thing in the air and go completely opposite direction.
Wow. Hey Barto, I'll be right over after the show's over. I got a couple tamales left. All right, let's see. That's a very cool photo there, MJ.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
Look at that.
All
That
right,
is
so these are the Goshawks, right? These are T-45 Goshawks made by Boeing. And what NAS Meridian is, Naval Air Station Meridian, is a training base for the Marine Corps and Navy uh, fighter jet pilots. So when you've completed your initial aviation training in Pensacola, and then depending on what type of airplane you're going to fly, the Goshawk here, I believe in 3 different bases here, Corpus Christi. Seems like there's one other base that they fly. So, and that's what basically they do here, that because they have 3 runways at Meridian that are not. It's kind of kind of hard to describe. You almost have to, if you look on Google Maps for Meridian, but they're not connected. There's three separate runways. It's a huge base, that part of it, and they're separate from each other. They're connected by taxiways, but they're separate from each
Hmm,
other. So you can almost
okay.
have three, and they're in different directions, three different directions going on. And on some days, if you look down there on flight aware or flight radar, you'd see quite a bit of aircraft activity between them. And then there's an Air Force base at Columbus, not too far away. That's also a training base. But
Wow.
one thing you can't see, like if you look at the picture here, it says Marines here on the right side, but on the left side it says Navy because
Mm,
it's both Navy and Marines that train there. So
okay.
if you ever
Wow.
see these Goshawks, you'll notice like usually not all of them, but a lot of them have on the left side Navy and on the right side Marines.
Wow. Very cool. Very cool.
There's one of my favorites, the F4U. This is actually an FG 1D Corsair that was originally it was built as an F4U-4 by Vought, and
Wow.
then it was actually built for the British Royal Navy, but they never took delivery of it because the war in Europe ended because it was to go to them in 1945, and so the Navy took this, and Goodyear had a program where they modified these Corsairs to become this, and it put a four-bladed prop on there. Uh, the engine was a little more horsepower in there, and then these still flew into the Korean War. And
Wow.
this particular one served until 1953 in various Navy and Marine Corps squadrons. But they
Do
were
these
doing
also
their
have a wooden propeller?
no, that's not a wooden propeller.
Okay. I just
No, not a wooden propeller on the Corsair. And
okay.
they were the Japanese nicknamed them the whistling death because of the sound they made when they would dive from high up to make their
Oh wow.
strafing runs or bombing runs.
Uh-huh. Wow. Very cool.
Now we hear this. I was quite shocked. I really got the shot like I didn't realize that the flame shot out like this at the back. This is a MiG. This is a MiG
Wow.
17, a MiG 17 Fresco, and this is actually a Polish-made MiG. It was made in Poland at I believe it's pronounced Milek factory in 1960. And this particular aircraft has been on the airshow circuit for quite a while, and was restored by an individual named John Bianche, Bianchet, and yeah, it's the only airworthy MiG 17 PF model in the world,
Oh
and it's a
wow.
pretty impressive jet with that swept wing, and so yeah, it was doing a routine with the plane we'll see next with an A4 Skyhawk. Right there,
Ooh.
that A4 Skyhawk. That see for me, my three favorite military aircraft were the Corsair, the Skyhawk, and the Phantom. If I just had a Phantom at this air show, it'd have been
Mm,
perfect.
yeah.
But here we had the this F A excuse me A4 Skyhawk or a TA4 actually because it's a two-seater there, so it was a trainer aircraft. And even though it's painted up in the Marine Corps colors here for the excuse me for the HMS 11 squadron that was based in Da Nang during Vietnam, the Playboys. It never actually flew for a Marine Corps squadron,
Oh wow.
but it was delivered to the Navy in '67, and yeah, it flew up until 1994 with the Navy
Oh
before it
wow.
was retired and put out to pasture, and then someone else picked it up here, and they trained it into this, and now they fly it at the air show. So
I wonder how
it
much
was a
restoration work they had to put into that to
yeah, it's a good question. I know like they have to it had to be disarmed, right? And I don't know if being it a trainer, how much armament it had on it to begin with. I don't know if it probably didn't have guns or anything like that. Even though the A4 was an attack squadron, an attack aircraft, it probably never had guns.
uh-huh.
But some of the things had to be taken out of avionics wise in those
Yeah.
for the missile runs. But it's a pretty impressive aircraft. I
Yeah.
always love these airplanes because they're so small and they're so nimble.
Uh-huh.
And there was an A4 squadron in Millington where I grew up there in Tennessee at the Navy base there, and you'd see those guys flying all the time. And if we were out by the Mississippi River, they would fly low along the bluffs and like hug the river
Oh
and just go
wow.
screaming down the river. It was pretty awesome to see.
Wow. Wow. Very cool. Oh, folded wings.
Little folded wings here. We got a little World War II action. Another fine plane from the Commemorative Air Force. Here we have the Helldiver, the Curtiss Helldiver, which was basically like a bomber. And this guy here, this one was, excuse me, he came into the war late. He was this was delivered to the Navy in July of 45 and was basically just used as a trainer. Never saw any action anywhere, and didn't wasn't used very long. In 1948, they took it out of service and it was surplus. And then in 1971, the commemorative, or back then they were called the Confederate Air Force, bought it, restored it, and it's had a couple of different paint schemes along the way for different squadrons.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was part of it was this Helldiver, the Corsair, and there was one other, might have been a Hellcat or a Bearcat, that they were flying, doing their little formation thing, representing World War II.
Oh
But yeah,
wow.
the folded wings there, of course, was for them to be on the carrier decks and make more room to store get more airplanes on the decks and in the hangar spaces. And that was, that's a thing that the Navy still does today. A lot of the F-18s and all that, their wings will fold up so they can have more room in the hangar space and carrier decks.
Kind of like the quote unquote winglets on the new 777, 8, and 9.
True.
Just a little more room.
A little more room, a little more
Wow.
room.
Yep. Oh, the Blue Angels.
The Blue Angels, yeah. So that's the main attraction of the show here. So of course I'm a little partial to the Marines that are there. Seeing my father's a retired Marine, was a retired Marine. So here, this is Lieutenant Colonel Brandon Wilkins. He's flying the number 4 jet, and for whatever reason, there's the 2-seater jet they have here in the number 4 position. And he was, just the first time I can recall, there were actually 2 Marines in this year's team flying in the demonstration. Him and the opposing solo are both Marine officers. So that's the first time I'd recall ever seeing 2. Usually just 1 Marine on the team.
Oh wow.
And here they're doing their deal where they're getting, in rhythm to get in their jets, and their crew chiefs coming in to secure that they're belted and tied in like they need to be.
Wow, very cool.
And there they are in their formation. They're the 4 taking off together, and on this particular day, the number 2 and number 4 jet are 2-seaters. They're the F models of the F-18 Super Hornet, and the number 1 and number 3 jets are the E model Super Hornets.
Oh,
And actually, the start of the show was slightly delayed because the number 2 jet had an issue, and a bunch of maintenance guys scrambled around it, and then I guess they said everything was okay, and they took off. And then about halfway through the show, the number 2 jet pulled out, and whatever his issue was, decided it was best not to be in the formation any longer. So, but he was in for most of the formation, so that was good to see the 4 jets. And there they are again, coming by with another pass. They're doing their diamond formation there.
wow.
I always love seeing the blues. I couldn't tell you how many. This is, who knows, 12, 13 times I've seen the Blue Angels in my life, if not more.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always impressive to see. This is the shot I'm always trying to get at each show, and I think I did okay on this one here.
Oh man.
So we got the opposing
Yeah.
solo and the lead solo doing the upside down, one inverted, one not. So the number excuse me, the number 5 jet is the lead solo, the inverted jet. That's the Lieutenant Commander Connor O'Donnell, and the number 6 jet is the opposing solo, Major Scott Locks from the United States Marine Corps.
Wow. It's like you in the photo, they're like perfectly lined up. I
And
mean,
they were perfect
wow.
line. I was in a good spot when I got that one.
Yeah, that's an awesome shot.
Here they are
Oh,
doing their opposing passes. And for me and for any other y'all trying to photo these shots, you got to kind of pick one or the other. You got to kind of know what's going to happen, and then you pick one jet to focus on, follow him, hold the shutter down, and hope like heck you get the shot that you want. Because
yeah.
you can't wait for him to pass. Nobody's that fast. You'll
Mhm.
never get it.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Here we're towards the end of the show. As you see, there's only 5 jets now in the formation. The number 2 he didn't come in and land. He was out flying around somewhere to stay out of the way. And this is where they're doing a little bit where they peel off one at a time to come around and land.
wow, very cool.
And our final shot here, this is a C-130, of course. And
Oh.
this Fat Albert was not there. Fat Albert is under some heavy maintenance in England, of all places. So
Oh.
this is their they still need to haul their equipment and parts and personnel and all of that. So this C-130, excuse me, is out of the Naval Air Station Joint and Reserve Base in Fort Worth, Texas,
Okay.
of VM, what they call VMGR 234, which is actually basically a Marine Air Refueler Transport Squadron.
Very
And since
cool.
Fat Albert is not there, and the nickname for Fat Albert is just Bert, right? So they call this one here Little Ernie. So Little Ernie here was just
Nice.
parked on the ramp. So he doesn't do it in the show because, you know, in the past, Fat Albert, that's part of the deal. Is Fat Albert's part of the show at the beginning. He does his little
Right.
bit and shows you how tight that a C-130 can land and turn and take back off. So that was kind of missing on the C-130 part of it. But all in all, it wasn't a bad air show. Considering what was going on and what they had for static display, it wasn't terribly bad.
Wow. Very cool.
Hopefully next time they'll improve on their logistics of getting people
Yeah.
into the show.
Yeah. Well, very nice, MJ. Thank you so much for sharing.
Oh, you're
with
welcome.
us.
You're welcome.
There's some very cool planes, and I'm still digging that wooden rudder on the one plane.
On the Stearman, yeah, those are pretty awesome.
Yes, sir. All right, well, let's get into some flight tracking. We need to get some flight tracking in today. I know you all been chomping at the bit. So, Sal, you want to give them the rules, or not the rules, but our process, how we're going to do it today? We'll do 2 rounds.
Yeah, just tag me.
All right, so tag Sal in the chat with your request. So let's open up round 1 request right now. Go for it.
Request.
Hey, I can hear the music today.
Yeah, nice.
The other days I couldn't hear the music.
Yep. Well, sorry everybody about the mic earlier, but hopefully this one's getting the job done. I had tested my mic last night and it was fine, but thankfully I had this one in the drawer next to me in my equipment cabinet. And after flight tracking today, stick around. I'm going to give away some channel memberships before we end the show a little while. Hey, Mark Spark. Good evening, my friend. I'm not sure if I greeted you earlier, but welcome. Michael's here. Hey, Michael. Good to see you, my friend. Michael will be back with us on the next show. He is not home today, so he's not able to get on camera, but he's with us in the chat. Thank you, Michael. Didn't give a proper hello to Debbie Costa today. Hello, Debbie. Good to see you, my friend. All right, cats. Thank you. I'm glad it sounds okay. And I thought I saw a couple other friends that were here. Mr. Guy Bowing's here. There's Guy. Hey, good afternoon, Guy. And Barto. I think I already told Barto I'll be over for the tamales after. I don't care what kind they are, man. Tamales are tamales, and
yeah, any tamales are good.
Any tamales good, so I'll be over there.
But I like the ones that don't have so much dough. I don't know, like the skinny ones. I don't know. I like those.
Yeah, I like them thicker with the dough, or it's called masa. I like mine with more masa. Cornmeal. I like mine with more, and with just the right amount of filling. Oh, I love. Dude, I could even eat just a big old lump of masa that's steamed and cooked. I even just eat that. It's so good.
What?
Yeah. My mom makes her specialty. She makes shredded beef tamales. She didn't make any this last year, but usually every Christmas she'll make 4 or 5 dozen for us. And but she didn't this year because I was sick and she was helping me get through the holidays and stuff. But anyways, yeah, some good old tamales. Oh man, I have to go find some today. Hey, good afternoon, Wayne. Good to see you. Just checking in on a quick break from an event you're volunteering at. All right, well, Wayne, thank you for dropping in, and hope you're having a good time at the event you're volunteering at. And they are blessed to have you there volunteering with them. Daniel's still here. All right. Get those requests in, my friends. Let's try to find another song now.
Okay, so I have Debbie, Mark, Sonaham Richard, Nancy, Debbie. Oh wait, no, Debbie. Why do I have Debbie twice? Hold up, let me see.
I think Daniel's. I'll let you do it. He has one in there too, Sal, just so you know.
Yes. Which question, Debbie? Do you want the first request or the second request? Let me know. Okay, so the first one. Okay, the first one is good. Okay. I was like, what? And it didn't click. It didn't click that I had her twice until right now that I was reading the name.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Anybody else? Nobody else? Okay. Round one is closed.
All right, round one is closed. We're gonna stop the music
Oh, I was getting into it.
because I know we've everybody said they like when we're doing the actual tracking with no music, but in between when we're taking requests, we throw a little bit of music in there.
Yeah, I think music is good.
Yeah, before we get started, I want to thank you, Wayne, for one gifted membership. Thank you so much, Wayne. Very, very much appreciate your support, my friend. Thank you so much for supporting us and everything we do here. So thank you so much, Wayne. Appreciate your support, my friend. All right, let's get some tracking going here. Let me get up our radar.
Dun dun dun.
Hopefully, I don't screw up too bad today. Flipping.
There's a spirit plane on the air.
What?
Yeah.
What's that?
A spirit plane on the air.
Is it really?
Yes. Oh, wait, it's not in the air. It has a transponder on.
What's a reg? Let's check it out.
The flight is Mike X-ray 01.
This is where's it at? It's got
in
its,
Houston. You talking about the one in Houston?
Yeah, it's 321
Yeah.
Neo. It's on the ground in Houston. Let's push.
It looks like it's moving. No.
Let me see if I get.
Yeah.
It's taxiing. It's on taxiway. Yeah, it's moving.
Taxiway. Oh, 5 knots. It says 5 knots of ground speed.
So it looks like it was parked right here.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what it is.
And they're probably just moving it.
You know what MX is? You know what MX is?
Maintenance.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing something with it.
Oh,
is that what it means?
Yeah, they're either going to park it somewhere.
Oh.
They're probably putting it into a spot to park it and put it into storage mode. So, because
I see that.
They still have to maintain. Yeah, I don't even know how they're doing that. If everybody was laid off, I don't know who's taking care of what, but you still have to maintain. There's different levels of storage for an aircraft. So I don't think they're going to leave it here at George Bush Intercontinental forever. So they have to have like a lower level of storage so it can immediately fly out somewhere and put into a long-term storage.
Yeah, it looks like they just put it next door. Yeah. They went from like one facility just kind of over here.
Yeah, they're just finding a place to get it out of the way.
Yeah, let me see if I can trying to get a bigger screen for us, but we'll go back to that. All right, so yeah, there's a Spirit plane. It's being tracked right now, number 4 worldwide. Just watching it taxi next door, basically.
Yeah.
So anyways, all right, so let's get on with the first request.
Okay, it's Debbie.
All right, Debbie.
Alpha Kilo Juliet 544.
All right, she's got some Akasa Air, AKG, AKJ or AKG
Juliet.
544. Not seeing anything for that particular flight. There is we can list all their flights. Do we have anything a little more specific? Oh, AKJ 7544. Thank you, Debbie. I see that.
75. I missed 75. Oops.
There we go. This is Akasa Air. Oh, look at that. And the map is working today. Last show, remember, it was kind of wacky. All right, so
Yeah, I
this
think they
is
had some issues
Akasa
with
Air
loading.
out of India, 737 MAX 8, 200. So this is the bigger version of the MAX 8, if I'm correct. Am I correct, MJ?
No. What it is, it's the same size. It's more seats jammed in there. It has an extra door,
Oh,
right?
because
It has
more
that extra
seats, yeah.
door. It's the same fuselage, but they put more seats in there. And since they put whatever the number goes up to, they had to have an extra door for
Extra,
egress for the
okay, got
emergency.
it.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
it's the same fuselage with more seats.
Okay, I stand correct. I was partially
Like that's
right.
what Allegiant flies. Allegiant flies the MAX 8-200. So it's a MAX 8 fuselage with just more seats. So I don't know.
So they
What do you
could
got?
jam more people in, get
So
more
your
sort.
knees are up to your chin. So yeah.
Yeah, you're like your knees up to your chin. I don't know how that would work for as Sal would say, a well-fed person like me. And Sal, you don't remember that we were talking one night, and I said, "Man, I'm just too heavy and too big." And you're like, "No, let's put a positive spin. You're well-fed." So I'm a well-fed person.
Uh,
All right,
yeah.
getting back to this plane. Very cool livery. I like the colors. I don't know if we've ever seen a Casa on here. Can't remember.
I
I hope I'm
I don't
pronouncing it.
remember. Once, I don't know. I don't remember. I don't really remember.
Yep.
Casa. No, I don't remember a casa. No.
Yeah,
Have we?
and out of India. Yeah. So that, like MJ said, it just has more seats and an extra exit door because of the more passengers. And let's go back to this tab and track it. And this plane's almost 2 years old. And let's see, they're flying from Delhi, India, but it doesn't say where to. But let's at least see where they're at right now.
More seats means your knees are touching the next seat.
Yeah, they're
They
hitting the
probably don't
person in front of
recline.
you in the back of the head. Looks like
Yeah.
they're where are they at? They're over. Oh boy, what nation is that?
It's coming up on the
Saudi Arabia. It looks like they're over Saudi
yeah.
Arabia right now. Yep, and we don't know where they're headed. Let me hit the route, and yeah, still nothing. But anyways, that's a beautiful plane. Thank you, Debbie. Appreciate the
Yeah.
request on that one. All right, Sal. Let's see who we got next.
I have Sonaham Richard. Oh no no.
Okay.
Wait. Mark Bright.
Okay.
It's EJA Echo Juliet Alpha 771.
All right. This is a NetJets flight. Okay. This is a
You know,
NetJets flight.
you know what'd be cool if Jet Photos they did the inside of the plane also. You know.
That would be cool if they had it. Yeah, interior pictures.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Anywho.
So this is a NetJets Bombardier Challenger 350 going from Rockland, Maine, down to Montgomery. Is that yeah, Montgomery, Alabama? And check it out. This little guy's flying at 43,000 feet. Dang, that's pretty high up. That's a good-looking plane right there. Simple, but I like the striping on it. I wouldn't mind cruising that thing around the United States for sure. And let's see, how much longer do they have on their flight? They let's see, they will arrive in Montgomery in about 2 hours. So yeah. All right, Richard. Thank you. I take it, Richard, you really love business jets. I know you on occasion you request business jets, and yeah, they are very cool. Matter of fact, up here in San Jose, SJC, we get a lot of biz jets there because we're right in Silicon Valley, the tech hub of the world. So, thank you, Richard. Appreciate it. Want to say hello to Luis. Good morning, Luis. Good to see you, my friend. And let's move on to the next request.
Next one is Sonaham Richard.
Oh wait, who was that before? Is that Mark?
Mark, yeah, Mark, right.
I'm sorry,
That
I
was
got
my
you guys
bad.
confused. Mark, that was your plane. Thank you, Mark. And he said
Yeah.
Gary's his pilot. Sorry about that, guys. Now we're going to move on to Richard. What's Richard got
Now,
for us?
yeah, now it's Son of Ham.
Okay.
It's Foxtrot Hotel X-Ray Kilo Alpha.
All right. What is? Oh, let's read that one more time.
Foxtrot Hotel X-Ray Kilo Alpha. I might be my bad. Let me see.
No, I typed in Q instead of K.
Okay.
I get Kilo and Quebec. Is it
I
Quebec
was gonna
for
be like,
Q?
I was gonna be like,
No,
it's
it
not the
wouldn't
Quebec
be.
first
for
time that I
Q.
got it wrong.
So it's not you, it's me. Okay, that sounded kind of weird, but anyways. All right, so Richard has Air Corsica, and this is the oh boy, Amazoni 2025 sticker. And let's take a look at this plane real quick here. There we go. Oh, there's a face on the rudder. That's interesting. Wow. But I'm not seeing the 2025 sticker in this photo. Maybe the sticker's something new? Because when was this photo taken? This photo was taken August of 2025, so maybe the sticker's something newer. But this
Is that the airline logo, or is that like just a
on the
special
back,
livery?
you mean
The
what
rudder,
do you mean?
yeah.
The rudder? I don't know. I'm not sure. I kind of like though how they have the model of the plane up there at the top of the rudder, the ATR 72-600. Um,
It
That's for the airline because it's on different registrations.
okay.
I think that's like the male version of Hawaiian.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. So yeah. Let's see where this plane's flying to today. It is flying from Marseille, which is that in France? Hold on. I don't know my world map very well. Yes, that's in France. It's going to Figari, which is out here in what island is this out here? Where are we at right here? Is this I'm not sure,
Italy?
but Italy?
No.
Uh help me
Uh,
out. Somebody, maybe Michael might know. He traveled to
one of
this
those
part of the world.
islands.
Yeah, it's not anyways, it's a Mediterranean island. It's a short hop of about 240 miles. But yeah, it has a 2025 sticker on it somewhere. All right. Hey, thank you, Richard, son of Ham. Thank you so much, my friend. That's a cool
Nice.
ATR. The male version of Hawaiian. I like that, Sal. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got next.
I have Nancy.
Okay.
Bravo 2461.
Ooh, we got some military action here. No, wait, Chinese action. There we go. Ooh. Oh, man, Nancy's been doing her homework. This is Air Central 747 400 freighter. Let's take a look at this plane. Okay, I've never seen this plane, and I'm going to tell you what this reminds me of right now. And you guys are probably going to think I'm weird or whatever, but that like design of that design totally reminds me of like somehow a Chinese restaurant.
Like the
I
border.
know we always talk about food. I know I'm well fed. I get it, but honestly, like I saw the design and I think of like a Chinese restaurant, like an old school Chinese restaurant from like the 70s.
Yep,
Because I
I
think we
see
had a
that.
Chinese restaurant here in town that kind of had that design.
The- wonder what
But
that.
one,
I wonder what it is. But anywho,
but one,
that's pretty cool.
yeah, but one thing that plane at that time, man, needed to go through a car wash or plane wash or something. That thing was dirty.
Looked like you had a little bit of a rudder leak that's dripped all down through the APU. Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah,
So
wow,
got some issues. It was a
got some issues there. Yeah,
China
and that's
Southern Airlines aircraft.
yep. And this plane's 23 years old. And
Yep.
let's take a look at the routing. It's going from Budapest down to Zhengzhou. So how far of a flight is that, or how many hours? That's a little about almost 9.5 hours from Budapest, Hungary to Zhengzhou, China. And if you take a look at the route, yeah, they did a little bit of a polar. Didn't quite do much of a polar, but they went up and around. So yeah, Yeah, 23 years old. Any distinct history on this plane, MJ?
Just that it was originally China Southern Airlines aircraft.
Originally a freighter, or
Always been a freighter. Yes, it was built as a
oh yeah,
freighter.
it's only got the 3 windows and the small hump. Yep, yep. All right, Nancy, thank you so much. I don't think we've ever seen Air Central before. I tell you, some of you really like to do your homework and really do some deep digging, and man, I like it. All right, who we got next, Sal?
I have Peterbilt.
All right, Peterbilt. Good afternoon, my friend.
Bravo Foxtrot C 105.
Bravo Foxtrot 105. This is Peterbilt's been going for the classics lately.
Oh, look at that.
This is a Douglas DC-3C, 84 years old, out of Canada. Let's take a look at this plane, my friends. Wow, look at that. North Star Air. That's a cool looking plane. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Can you guys believe that? 84 years old and it's still in the air. That is that takes some dedication from the owners to keep the plane maintained. Because I'm sure you just can't like easily find parts for these planes.
It has a square windows.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
It does have the square windows. It sure does.
I was just
Yeah.
watching about a video the other day about how the windows are now round, because the corners we used to cause fatigue in the
Comet. The
planes.
Comet did that. Yeah, the British Comet.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They determined. Yeah, that's the first time. And from that
It would
crash,
like weaken the frame or whatever.
yeah, because the cracks would shoot out from the corners, and that's the
Yeah.
first time.
Okay. Oh
Because
wow.
they lost like 2 or 3 aircraft, and they lost like in the Mediterranean, but then the second or third one they were able to determine, and it was the first time that they made a device they made with water. They took a fuselage and put it in water to increase pressure, decrease pressure, to determine that the fuselage flexes, and then that these cracks started coming off of the corners of the windows, and that's what made aircraft go to oval windows.
Okay.
But it's the first time that they had ever designed something to put a pressure on the aircraft to put it on, off, on, off, on, off, to simulate going up and down, up and down, up and down in
All
takeoff.
right. Wow. So right now this plane is flying up in Ontario, Canada right now. I can't pronounce it, Wanamun Lake, but it doesn't have the destination it's heading to. But that is a very cool plane. Thank you so much, Peterbilt. Appreciate the request.
Originally delivered to the United States Army Air Force in 1944.
Oh wow! So it's originally a military plane.
Originally a military plane, and it's flown for a bunch of different people. It went back to the Douglas Aircraft Company for a while. Gulf Oil Corporation had it. Latrobe Aviation, Louisiana State University, different places, and it came to North Star in 2017. So this thing is kicking it.
Wow, very cool. All right, thank you, Peterbilt, and thank you for the info, MJ. The little history on this 84-year-old DC-3. All right, Sal, let's see what we got next.
Ann McKenzie's.
All right, good afternoon, Ann.
November 973 Delta Charlie.
Delta Charlie. All right, this is going from, let's see what we got here. All right, what does Ann have for us? Denver Air Connection. Okay, I think I've heard of Denver Air Connection. This is one of their ERJ 145s. All right, operated by Key Lime Air, and yeah, the green sure does kind of look like some key lime there. I think it's Denver Air that also flies some older. Is it like an Avro or something like that?
Yes, they had something. They sure did. Let's see. They had something
Little
like
small 4-engine plane, 4-engine jet plane.
Oh, it's the Dornier.
Okay, yeah. So this is Denver Air and ERJ 145. That's some interesting colors. And what they're operated? What was it again? Key Lime Air. That's right. Yep. And that you can tell this picture is taken at O'Hare, the big Hilton Hotel right there. That'd be kind of cool to stay there sometime. Let's take a look at the route it's taking. Okay, we're still there. Great. Thought I shut it off. They're going from Jackson. Where's Jackson? Oh, Jackson, Mississippi. Excuse me. Up to Chicago O'Hare, which is about a 2-hour flight. Yeah. I almost got a little confused there, didn't I? I was
Well,
like, where?
they can fly from Jackson to Chicago quicker than I can drive to Jackson. It takes me about 3 hours to get to Jackson.
Yep. If you look here, you notice they kind of flew around this weather system. See how they kind of flew around it a bit?
Oh yeah, they sure did.
Yep. Is that weather system close to you right now, MJ?
Nah, it's up in Kentucky. It's sunshiny here.
Oh, okay. You're down in this area, down
Down
here.
there. Yeah, I'm up by the state line.
Down in there somewhere. Okay.
I'm above.
Oh,
I'm above Jackson. I'm above
okay.
Jackson, up closer to Tennessee. Oh no, wait.
You're below
He
Jackson.
flew out of Jackson, Tennessee, not Jackson, Mississippi. You're right. I'm down below. He flew out of Jackson, Tennessee, not Jackson, Mississippi.
How long does it take you? How far is Jackson, Tennessee from you?
Oh, I could probably get to Jackson, Tennessee in about an hour and a half.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm closer to Jackson, Tennessee than I am to Jackson, Mississippi. Now I see.
Okay, cool. All right, Ann, thank you so much for Denver Air Connection. Very cool.
Thanks.
All right, let's see what we got next.
It's MJ's.
All right, what's MJ got for us?
Bravo Echo Lima 5 Kilo Victor. Okay,
MJ. Ah,
had to go incognito.
He's got some Brussels Airlines Atomium Brussels livery. And let's take a look at this special livery. Oh, look at that. We fly you to the home of the Atomium. What's an Atomium?
Is it, you know, I should have looked that up. Atomium. I'm not sure.
That's a cool livery.
Like an atom?
Oh, you know what? It might be at Atomium. Atom, it might be.
I don't know. That's what the livery reminds me of. You know, little dots connected.
Well, look at the name though. That's got Atom in there.
Maybe there's a museum. I don't know. We'll find out right now.
We'll find out right now, but that's a pretty cool livery. It's got some red polka dots up on the rudder. And yeah, it's a good looking A320. Let's take a look at where it's flying to. It is going from Malaga down in Spain back up to Brussels.
The Brussels, yes.
And this is an older 320 that is 23 years old.
23 years old, yes. Originally delivered to My Travel Airways in Britain.
Oh, wow.
Back in 2003.
Mm-hmm. Very, very cool. All right, MJ, thank you for this special livery from Brussels Airlines. Okay, Sal, let's see what we got next.
Okay. Oh, hold up. Sorry. I have Bartos.
Okay, Barto with the tamales. Let's go.
Yeah. It's Charlie Kilo Sierra 9909.
Coletta Air. Okay. CKS 9909. Not seeing anything. The only flight schedules this one right here on 710 Connie Coletta. Let's see what plane this is.
If this the not, plane? I think he. Oh wait, did it still? Is still there? Let me
What's
see.
Up?
I'm gonna see if I can look back. No, I cannot see. I cannot see back anymore. To see if like the requests.
Oh, okay. Barto, can you put it in one more time so we can make sure we have the right plane for you?
Yeah. In the meantime, while we wait.
Flying. Oh, he says it's not flying. It was out last night. Okay, so let's see. Maybe it was 710 CK. Was it this guy right here, Barto? This 747-400. That's what I'm getting right there. CK for Connie Coletta. This guy is my kind of guy. Professional drag racer. Owns a drag racing team and then also owns a cargo airline. drag racing and aviation. Oh, perfect for me. Connie's like, I don't want to say an idol, but he's I admire him. Let's put it that way. I admire what he's built. So yeah. Okay, he said, yeah, this is the right plane. Very cool. All right.
Okay, so
Oh, hold on. MJ's got something?
Originally delivered to Korean Air in '97. Again, built as a cargo, built as a freighter.
Wow. Originally a cargo. All right. Thanks for the info, MJ, and thank you, Barto. And keep those tamales warm for me. Thank you, sir. All right,
Yeah.
Sal, what do we got next?
I have Daniel from New York City.
All right. Good to see you again, Daniel. It's been a while. I think he won our last quiz a while back. We'll be doing one again soon.
Yeah.
All right, Sal, what's his request?
It's Delta Alpha Bravo Yankee November.
Okay. Ah, the 100-year livery. All right. This is the 100-year livery 747-8 from Lufthansa, the one which you all voted the number one 100th anniversary livery. And this is flying today from Johannesburg in South Africa to Frankfurt. And let's take a look at this livery. I'm not sure if any of you have not seen it, but man, that's a very cool livery.
Yeah.
Did it have the 26 to 2026 on the side? Or I don't remember. Okay, I just couldn't remember.
Do.
Yeah, that's a very cool looking plane, which I haven't seen in person. That might be my next goal besides Independence One. But yeah,
I mean, you have the A380. You can watch the A380 at SFO right now because it goes before the sun goes down. So yeah, either that one or a 380.
Yeah, it's a very cool looking plane, and let's see where it is headed to. Well, we know it's headed to Frankfurt, but let's see how far it is in its journey. It left Johannesburg about an hour and a half ago, and they got 8.5 hours to go. So that's a 10-hour flight. Wow, that's a good haul. 10 hours, very cool. All right, Daniel, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate the request. All right, Sal, any more for round one?
No, that's it.
All right, that ends round one. Oh, Daniel sits at LAX tomorrow. Yeah, I don't think I can make it down there, but if I live closer, I probably could. But yeah, it's a little bit of a drive for me. But thank you, Daniel. All right, let's go ahead and open up the round two requests. And you can put those in the chat and tag Sal Squatch so that way he can get your request in. That's a weird sounding phone.
Huh?
That Spirit Airlines looked like it fell off
the track. Yeah, they
put it wherever they needed to put it, I guess.
I'm gonna have to load some of my own music in this program. This song is called Night Driving. This would put me to sleep, and that's not. They should name it Night Driving. You don't want to fall asleep when you're driving.
Yeah, if Sal did this on Cali drives, he'd be like bouncing off the center divider when he fell asleep.
Yeah, like one. Okay, so you know how like people say like, oh, call somebody on the phone that we can keep you awake. One of the things that makes me makes me sleepy is phone calls. I have no idea why, but having talking on the phone makes me sleepy. So yeah, I don't do that. Like, or listen to like super mellow music.
But I know you won't mind me saying this, Sal. You're also very smart. That you've told me when you start feeling sleepy, you try to pull over somewhere right away to sleep.
Oh yeah.
You're not endangering anybody or yourself.
Yesterday I pulled over to. Okay, so yesterday I pulled over to like take a nap, and then it was by the smelly cow on I-5. So I pulled over there, and I didn't realize I took a nap, and I didn't realize I was under the power lines. So then I got out. I got out to stretch my legs before I left again. And then when I got out, my like I could hear the sizzling from the power line, and then my hair started going up.
Oh,
My hair started like standing up
oh,
from the electricity. So I was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna get out of here before I get shocked."
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Debbie's asking, yes, we are. After we finish round 2 of tracking, I'm gonna give out some memberships. Because the next pop-up, I don't know when it's gonna be, is gonna be a members only pop-up. But this show will always be for the general public, though, this Saturday show. But my next pop-up I do want to do for members only, just to show my appreciation. So yes, Debbie, we'll be giving out some memberships here in a little while. And I'm going to load some of my own music into this program. Guy, a rather shocking story, Cali Plains. So. Yeah.
Well, I left before I was shocked, but I was shocked that my hair was was going up, and I know, when you're like this, like when you're in the mountains in the Sierra Nevada, and if your hair starts going up, it means that you're gonna get that there's a static in the air, and like you might get hit with lightning. So that's why I was like, oh no, let me get out of here.
Just be thankful you have enough hair that will actually stand up. Me, I don't know. MJ, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know like this morning MJ conditioned his hair and styled it all up and everything.
Oh yeah. See, it is beautiful.
Whenever MJ does that, reminds me of my dad. My dad used to wear a hat. My dad used to shave his head and he used to say, he'd lift his hat and say, "Oh, do I have hat hair?"
It's long. I need to shave it, but I cut the back of my head shaving the other day, so I got to lift that heel so I can shave my head again.
My last haircut I got was like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I think I had mentioned to you all that I finally got a haircut after 5 months. But the lady who cuts my hair, we noticed up in the front I'm getting thinner. So I told her, I said, I don't know, later this year we're probably gonna have to start cutting this hair a little shorter so it's not so obvious.
Okay, so the ones that the requesters that I have right now is Debbie, Donahan Richard, Nancy L, Ann McKenzie, Peterbilt, MJ, and Mark B. I am Daniel from New York City.
All right. Yeah, he has one in spirit.
Did I miss your name?
Yeah. Daniel had a typo. He had a typo and he fixed it for you in the chat.
Oh yeah, I fixed. Yeah. I have Daniel is November 632, November Kilo. Oh, 631 now? Okay, never mind.
Yep. All right. Anybody else? Last call for tracking requests. Mark, I'm going to go out in 10 minutes. Get Carvery left. All right, for Sunday lunch. Yeah, can we move Mark up to the beginning of the list, Sal? Because he's got to head out soon. That way we can. Yeah, we'll get you up to the front, Mark. No problem. We'll get you first before you head out. No problem. All right, Sal, I'm ready whenever you are.
Mark.
All right, here you go, Mark.
Tango, Sierra, Charlie, 840.
All right. Air Transat out of Canada. Ooh, that's a nice Neo. All right. This is Air Transit out of out of Canada. They're flying from Toronto to Puerto Plata. And where's Puerto Plata? I can't remember.
Dominican Republic.
Ah, the Dominican Republic, yes. Let's take a look at the plane. You know, that's a good-looking livery. I like it. It's simple, but I like the colors. The colors are really good, really nice.
I'm sad that we don't see Air Transat over here in the West Coast.
I know.
It would be cool.
It would be cool. They get Air Transat down like in Florida, right? Like at Fort Lauderdale and Miami, don't they?
Yeah,
Fort Lauderdale for sure. I'm not sure about Miami.
Okay. But yeah, that's a good look.
In the wintertime and for the cruise season.
Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, Mark, that's a good looking plane. And let's take a look at the route on it. I say route. Man, same thing. Like I said, it's going from Toronto to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, which is, it's only 3.5 hours? I thought it'd be longer than that. Wow. And they're cruising at almost 33,000 feet right there over the Atlantic Ocean. Very, very cool. And this is a fairly newer plane, 2 years old, coming up on its third birthday in August when it was delivered in August of 23. All right, Mark, thank you so much, and enjoy your food from the pub, and we'll see you on the next one.
Ooh, is it the Village Pub?
Is that the one in Vegas?
Huh?
That's the one in Vegas, the Village Pub?
Oh yeah, it's good. Anywho,
All right, let's go on to the next request.
Debbie is Kilo Alpha Foxtrot 3220.
220. All right, what she got for us? Oh, C-130 Herc. But this one is in Kuwait right now. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at this plane. Da, 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 da. Ooh. Oh, this one actually belongs to the Kuwaiti Air Force. Oh, okay. Makes sense why it's in Kuwait. Yeah, that's definitely a Herc. That's not Fat Albert, but it's a Herc. Yeah, you look at close up at one of these planes, you could tell why they call that plane Fat Albert. Yeah, that's a very cool plane. And let's look at some of the info on this plane. I think some of the info is blocked, not showing its age though. If you had to take a guess, MJ, how old do you think that this Herc is?
It doesn't say, does it?
No, 50, 60 years old?
No, if it's a J model, it's not that old. J models aren't that old.
Oh, okay.
So it's a fairly newer one.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, thank you, Debbie. Wish we had some more information on it, but it's kind of hidden. But that's a very cool looking C-130 Herc. All right. Thanks, Debbie. And all right, Sal, let's go on to the next one.
Sonaham Richard
Okay.
is Golf Delta Foxtrot Charlie.
I gotta step out just for a minute.
All right. No problem. All right. Let's see. Sunaham has Jet 2. Ooh. This is Jet 2 out of the UK. This is a 737-800NG, 27 years old. And let's take a look at this plane, the livery. They got friendly low fares.
Wait, is that their new livery? Because I'm confused now. Which livery does Jet 2 have? The Sun does the Allegiant looking one, this one, or don't they have another one too besides this one?
I don't know. I've never seen this livery for Jet 2 before.
I don't know. I'm confused now. Anywho,
Richard, do you know if this is a new livery? Because I've never seen this livery before. The only one I've ever seen is like the Allegiant looking one before.
yeah, I have seen this one. I have seen a Legion one, and I've seen another one. I just can't remember exactly the other one. I think it was the same one, the same like Jet 2, but like white.
Oh, okay.
Anywho.
Yeah. But yeah, I've never seen this livery. If it is new, I kind of like it. It's pretty cool. It definitely stands out. I could say that. And let's see where we're flying to today. We're going from Izmir, which is in Turkey, back to Nottingham, there in the UK. What is this? About almost a 4-hour flight. Yeah. Richard says we tracked it last year. Not too clued up on the liveries. Okay, no problem, my friend. But yeah, I've never seen that specific livery before, and but I like it. It's pretty cool. This is an older 800. This thing was delivered in August of '98. Wow, and they're flying at 40,000 feet right now. And yeah, all right, Richard, thank you so much for the request. All right, Sal, what do we got next?
Nancy
Okay.
is Sierra Papa Lima Victor Kilo.
Okay. Ooh, lot Polish. Oh, I've never seen this
Ooh.
before. This is the 100 years Krosno glass liver. I've never seen this plane before.
Her? Do you say 100 years?
Oh, yeah. 100
Very,
Krosno, whatever Krosno,
very nice.
100 years of Krosno glass livery. What is Krosno glass? I don't know, but that's kind of a cool livery.
Wow.
So like the front half of the plane is normal lot Polish, but then the back half is like special. And then you can see on the rudder it says Krosno glass. Is this like a glass manufacturer, a glass maker? Because up on the rudder, the logo there, it looks like the guy is like, you know how they make glass? You know how they have to like blow air into the thing or whatever?
Uh-huh.
That's what it kind of looks like.
Maybe they're
Okay.
making Christmas ornaments or something.
Yeah. Hello, Etienne. Ettienne's got some info for us.
Yeah.
Etienne, as a glassware manufacturer in Poland. All right. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Right. Yeah. A person, yeah, doing glass. But yeah, that's a very cool looking plane. And let's see where it's at today. It's going from Egypt back up to Warsaw, which is about a little over 4 hour flight. And this is this is a newer Max 8. Okay, very cool. And I think it already landed. Yeah, I think it already landed. All right, very cool. Well, we caught it with the transponder still on. Very cool. All right, Nancy, thank you so much, my friend. Very cool. All right, Sal.
I have Anne Mackenzie,
Okay.
November 702, Papa Alpha.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, Priority Air Charter. Oh, this is a very patriotic looking plane.
Prioritize.
28 years old, Caravan. Oh, very nice. Let's look at this plane. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that.
You know what it reminds me of? Freedom One.
Yep, a
Kind of.
little bit. Yep, a little bit like a
I like
Freedom.
it because of, yes.
Yep, very cool Caravan. They still kind of somewhat have a square window, but they're kind of rounded in the corners just a little bit. I know we are talking about the square windows earlier on the DC-3. I don't know if that's an issue with the Caravan. But MJ, up here in the front of the Caravan, is that like an exhaust right there or something?
Yeah,
Or
that's the
really?
exhaust from the engine. Yeah.
Okay, so there is like an exhaust pipe.
Yep.
I just
You wouldn't
noticed that. I never knew they had an
you
exhaust
wouldn't
pipe.
want to touch it getting in and out of the airplane.
Oh man, you probably
It'll light
fly your
you
hands off. I could imagine how hot that thing. I couldn't imagine how hot that thing could be. Wow. And let's see, is it? Oh, yeah, it's not in the air right now. But let's see where it was last. It was in. It's in Columbia. Is that Columbia, South Carolina? I believe. Yeah, I flew in from Hilton Head Island. Very cool. So this plane stays kind of down that South Carolina, Indianapolis, around that kind of area of the country. All right, Anne, thank you so much. That's a very cool looking Caravan.
I like it.
I like
Pretty
it.
cool.
Yeah, very cool. All right, Sal, what do we got next?
It's Peterbilt.
Okay.
Charlie, Foxtrot, Hotel, Alpha Bravo.
All right, Peterbilt. Let's see what he's got. Oh, look at this. Oh. Oh. Hold on. So this is a Pilatus, but that's not a Pilatus right there. So this registration must have been registered to this plane in the past right here. This
DC-8.
DC-852 previously had this registration. Interesting. Let's see if we can get the right plane though. Let's go back. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't share. This is the plane that previously had the registration up in Canada, DC-8. But let's see if we could somehow find the right plane. What's our register? Yeah. CFHAB. So let's go to Jet Photos real quick and let's see if we can find it.
That DC-8 got chopped up 30 years ago.
Oh, I was going to say I can imagine. CFHAB. All right, we're looking for it. Man, all we're seeing is a DC-8. Yeah, there's no picture for that plane. Wow. Bummer. All right, well, Peterbilt, we tried, but we couldn't find the actual plane. Okay, so that's the plane. Yeah, it's actually a Pilatus. It's not a DC-8, unfortunately.
That's pretty cool, though. Just to see that the picture's still around.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah. And that the registration lives on. All right, Peterbilt, thank you, my friend. Oh, but real quick, it's flying. The actual plane is flying from Thunder Bay to not available up there in Ontario, Canada. That's some rough terrain up there, I bet. Dang.
Yeah.
What do you want to see up close, Nancy?
The photo of the plane.
Okay, we can go back to it.
I don't think did we see it? I don't remember.
There it is. That's the old DC-8, which MJ said has been chopped up for quite a while already. You've probably drinking some beer or soda out of some of its cans.
I was just about to.
You were going to say that?
I was thinking the same thing.
It became keychains.
Is it probably in your refrigerator right now?
So my fridge, it would be either a Pepsi Zero, a Dr. Pepper Zero, or some sparkling water. But yeah, Peterbilt, it's still cool. Very cool. Thank you, my friend. All right, let's see what we got next on the request line.
MJ's.
All right.
Tango, Tel, Yankee, 6517.
All right, MJ's got, ooh, what is this? ULS Cargo? They're out of Turkey. Oh, it's an A310. That's a rare plane. That's a rare. Ooh. All right. I like that livery. That is a cool, bold looking livery. But
even rarer is it's a 300, an A310 300.
Oh.
And one of the ways you can tell, it's the same size fuselage as a 200, but one of the ways you can tell the difference is the winglets or the sharklets or whatever you call those things on there. And also the 300, the 310 300 has, which you wouldn't know from the ground, has fuel tanks in the tail where the 310 200 does not.
Oh.
Wow.
So 310 300 was made to do a longer range.
And you could tell that this plane used to be a passenger plane. You could tell the blocked windows there.
But yeah, originally, it was Aeroflot. It was an Aeroflot aircraft.
Oh, wow. 34 years old.
Wow. Is this a scare bus or is that the A300?
They're all scare buses. Well, it's basically a shortened A300. We just like to call them. We just like to call them job security and aircraft maintenance because they are always broke. They always have something to do. Job security.
I like their livery. Nice bold colors. So I'm trying to figure out what this is up on the rudder.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
what that is.
But I like their colors and everything they're using.
Yeah, they're a Turkish air carrier.
Yep. Let's take a look at the tracking on this flight. They're going from Vienna, Austria, back down to Istanbul.
Mm-hmm.
Hour and like 45 minutes. That's a short flight. I thought it'd be longer.
Oh, and there's not too many A310s left out there.
Yeah. Wow, very cool. All right, MJ, thank you. That's a cool, and I don't think I've ever heard of ULS before either. So that's another
first time for me too.
Yep. Thank you, MJ.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Nice name. I have Daniel from New York City.
Okay.
November 631. November Kilo.
All right. This was in honor of Spirit. And this was their that had the old livery, the old retro livery.
Yes.
And sadly, you can see here these last two flights are canceled. And the last flight it performed was today, just a little while ago. It landed at Chicago O'Hare. Or yesterday, rather, at Chicago O'Hare. And today and tomorrow's flights are canceled. Yeah, what a bummer. There at LAX last night, there was another Spirit that had the old livery as well. I know there's a few of these planes that had the old livery.
And they're not that. I mean, it's only 11 and a half years old, so that's not very old airplanes. So
No, especially some of their Neos are still very young, but they're already scrapping some of the Neos, as we've talked about on recent
hmm
shows.
so yeah,
Yeah,
this one is owned by Sky Leasing, so there's no telling what's going to happen to it now that it's at Chicago. But I mean, they sure don't want it blocking a gate. I don't know how many flights Spirit had into Chicago. I wonder.
yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, because the FAA is mandating Chicago. Chicago wanted to decrease the flights coming in for the summer, and the FAA said no. They told them you can only have this many flights. Period. Work it out. So I don't
Uh-huh.
know who was going to lose flights. So I don't know if that would help
Oh
some
yeah.
other airlines with the slots being there.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yep. All right, Daniel. Thank you so much, my friend. And what do we
The
have, Sal?
Skittles livery.
Yep. Any more, Sal?
Nope, that was it.
Do you have one?
No, I'm good.
You're good. And I think we tracked this one a little earlier. I just want to double check it again. The Independence One. This is a new plane I'm chasing, since I already got Liberty One, which is the same as Freedom One. If you joined us late, I finally saw it. But this is the new Independence One. As we said, it was in San Francisco yesterday. Sal got to see it in person. A lot of us saw it on his live stream. And yeah, we'll see where it's headed to the next few days. Nashville, Pittsburgh. It's going to be down in Fort Myers, Florida, a couple times. Kansas City, Dallas, Orlando, back into Nashville, Dallas. Wow. Houston, Phoenix, New Orleans, Tampa, Louisville, Tampa, Dallas. Yeah, so that's its schedule for the next couple days. I will definitely be keeping an eye on this one. And I think we said that Liberty One was going to be in San Jose tonight. I'm trying to remember the reg for. I think it's like 87. Oh, Q or something. I
You
can't
know,
remember.
you know what 1776 is not.
What?
1776 is not an ETOPS aircraft. Therefore, it will not fly to Hawaii.
Really?
No, it's not an ETOPS aircraft.
Oh, that is
Not yet. Not yet. I mean, there's nothing to say they can't make it ETOPS ready,
well,
but
they
it's not
probably haven't done
currently
the
ETOPS.
ETOPS testing and proving then for it yet. Yep. So the poor people in Hawaii might be a while till they get to see it.
Yeah.
But let's try N8716 as a Q. Nope. I'm trying to remember the reg for Liberty One.
Oh, for Liberty One is it's a weird
The
reg.
one that
Hang
looks
on.
like Freedom One?
Yeah.
Yeah. 87
It's like something Quebec at the end.
yeah, it is 8719
Oh my
Quebec.
gosh, I
Oh,
forgot.
I was off by one number. It's in
November
Long Beach right now.
8719
Michael should be over there looking at this thing. All right. So yep. It's be at, like I said, be in San Jose tonight at 7:20. Probably
Perfect
not.
time, dude. Golden hour
Nah.
to go.
I don't feel like driving up there though, to be honest with you.
It's only 30 minutes from you.
I know, but I don't know, I'm just not. I already saw it.
Do it.
Do it. It's okay to see it again. It's okay.
Let's see where else it's going to be here in the next couple days. Denver, Salt Lake. I'm in Denver a lot. San Diego, Kansas City, Tampa, Austin, Sacramento on Monday. All right. But yeah, it's in Long Beach. No? Or did it already leave Long Beach?
It's
Or
flying from Long Beach. It's on the way to Honolulu from Long Beach.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And then it'll turn around and go to Honolulu and come back to you.
Come back to me.
Because this one is ETOPS.
Okay, it is. And for kicks, let's see where the original Freedom One is at. I still wouldn't mind seeing that one, the OG. The OG. Where's the OG right now? Flying from Dallas to New Orleans. It's going to be in Nashville, Baltimore, Buffalo, Charleston, Baltimore, Houston, Orlando, Manchester. Yep. Yep. Oh well. All right, my
Yeah.
friends, that's going to do it for the flight tracking, and we're going to give away some memberships right now. I'm going to give away 10 memberships. I think I'm going to give away all 10. I think I'm going to give away all 10 right now. I'm going to give away. Oh, I had to turn the volume down. All right, let's see what we got here for memberships. Let's do the first 5. Now, just want to remind you, these are random, picked by YouTube. I have no control over it. So here comes the first 5. Good luck to those who will receive one. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Anybody we know? Daniel Jose. We know Daniel. All right.
Yeah. I know Daniel Jose.
Yep. All right. Let's do 5 more. AJ11 fan. I believe he goes to Cali Plains.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go. There we go. Some new members, and hope they enjoy them.
His Mother of Dragons, Full Metal Dragons mom.
Oh yeah, that never know. All right, my friends. Well, our next show is we're gonna do a show next Saturday on the 9th. Same bat channel, same bat time at 10:30 Pacific. And yeah, and if you haven't liked or subscribed, if you wouldn't mind doing it, that'd be awesome. That helps the channel. It's doesn't cost you nothing, and that's actually really the best way to really support us. That way, more people can find us and share in our love of aviation. And yes, I want to thank everybody today. I want to thank MJ and Sal for co-hosting. I want to thank our mods, Nancy, Cat's Meow, Fizz was here earlier. Michael was helping in the chat as well. And most of all, I want to thank you, the viewers of the channel. If it wasn't for you, we would have no show. So thank you so much for joining us and all the great requests and all the great comments and everything about the news we share and everything. So thank you so much. I do really appreciate everybody. And I believe Wayne gave a membership earlier, if I remember correctly. So thank you, Wayne. And thank you, everybody. And we will see you guys all on the next Saturday at the same time, 10:30 Pacific. And as I like to say, adios and sayonara. Bye. Fire!